Can you believe we're this deep into the NFL season? We got to make every second count. With DraftKings Sportsbook, you can make the most out of every game day. Bet on your favorite teams for a shot at winning big bucks. New customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting $5 on any matchup. Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app now. Use code Shannon. New customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on the NFL. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Shannon. The crown is yours.
Yeah, Lil Yachty.
He said that your verse on Jail was better than Hoes.
It was. You heard both of them?
I don't want to get involved.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharpe. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. The guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today is a Grammy-nominated artist, a gold and platinum-selling, chart-topping artist, international rap star, fearless performer, songwriter, and a father. Coming to the club today, DaBaby. How you doing, bro?
It's a pleasure to be here.
Bro, thank you for dropping by. I know you're busy. I want to toast.
Start off the right way.
This is my cognac, Shay by Laportier.
Shay by Laportier.
Bro, to all your success,
I appreciate
past,
you. Same to you.
And future. Appreciate you, bro. Tell me what you think.
Smooth too now. It's smooth.
Yeah, you see that?
I need a bottle to take with me.
No problem. We got that. We got that. We'll have to shoot home and get you a bottle, but we get you a bottle to take with you. Welcome to the club.
Appreciate you having me.
Grew up in Charlotte. Are you all things Charlotte? You like the Hornets, the Panthers? Y'all going through a little tough time right now.
I just gave my season, my floor seats, my season tickets up for the Hornets this year. I told them I won't be renewing my residency.
What happened? What happened?
Man, look, I'll be back when the time is right.
Right.
You know, we doing some rebuilding.
Yeah.
We remodeling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With the Hornets, my mama a Panthers fanatic. Me, I'm a Tom Brady fan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
How did that
I
happen?
retired a couple years ago. I've been a Tom Brady fan.
Okay.
Since we beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl. My mama had a Super Bowl party, everything. She almost made me sit outside the whole day. My mama make you sit outside on Sundays. You ain't going for her team. Like, she a sports fanatic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When I just told her I was coming to sit down with you, she like, what? When it come out? You know what I'm saying? Like, she a sports fanatic, man. So, I'm definitely a Tom Brady fan. So I retired from football about 2-3 years ago.
Right.
I'm trying to take a liking to somebody else new, you know what I mean, and ride it out with them. But I'm more of a fan of players individually, man, than I am of organizations, you know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
and athletes, they love rappers. And now that you're giving up your floor seats,
Yeah.
when all your favorite players, the Jason Tatum, the LeBron James,
Yeah,
Kevin
they
Durant,
were coming
bro,
back.
you gonna miss them.
Nah, look, I done met them all. When they would come and look, and I couldn't keep doing that. They'll see me, they'll come dap me up,
Right.
come put 50 on me. You know what I'm saying? Every time. I'm Kyrie, 50, Jason Tatum, 50. I'm talking about they hit a three, look at me, wink their eye at me. You know what I'm saying? Backpedaling. I'm like, bro, we gotta do something about this. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the Hornets, much love to the organization, man.
Right.
But, and it's kind of like how Charlotte is as a whole, man. It kind of, they got it honestly. You know what I'm saying? The organization, Charlotte ain't never, to me, and from my opinion, ain't never did a good job of knowing how powerful incorporating culture into sports and everything else is. Like, culture is a big part of it. You know what I mean? And when I got floor seats. I got 8 floor seats now, not just 2. So me, my mama, I got my mama and her husband floor seats, 2 for my brother. We in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for me to be, it's my hometown, and for the people that come in, the whoopers on the road, for them to come in and notice, you know what I'm saying, what I bring to the game, I shouldn't give them more energy to whoop us than I'm giving the home team. You get what I'm saying?
So you didn't feel like they incorporated you enough? They didn't show you enough?
And I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping. That's almost something you got to pay for.
Right.
You know what I mean? Here and there.
But you played. You got 8 seats on the floor.
Like the players that come, I'm talking about these stars, right? These stars, they'll come throw me the basketball, like, shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
While I'm sitting there, I get up to go shoot. They act like they about to call the police and put me out. I'm like, man, y'all tripping, bro. I'm supposed to DJ Khaled on the sideline. You know what I mean? The refs chopping it up with me, everybody. I'm like, bro, I got, this leverage. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to use me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Halftime shows, what have you. Whatever y'all need me to do, use me to you know what I'm saying, get the fans excited, to get the city excited, to draw more talent in, you get what I'm saying? Like they'll see, oh, bro, be there sitting courtside, okay, yeah, that's a team I might go play for. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, have this team on my radar or that team on my radar. You know, I just feel like incorporating the culture into like, you know, sports teams and franchises, it holds value. You get what I'm saying? And I don't feel like the Hornets was utilizing the value of that. You know what I mean? I don't think they was utilizing the value of that like they should have.
Mike just sold a team.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever met Mike?
I met Mike. Mm-hmm. I met Mike coming out the game.
Are you surprised that given who he was and his ability to play, that they weren't able to field better teams and be more competitive?
Only reason I am, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, because I know it's politics that go along with everything, and not only that, like, you know, for the same thing I just spoke on. Like I'm already used to my city, not like they don't even know what to do with having Michael Jordan as the. You get what I'm saying? Like I would play on that from a business standpoint, from everything. Like I would leverage that. You get what I'm saying? And use it to my advantage, which I'm sure they have in several other ways. But it ain't, you know, that's okay. That's one of the GOATs, right? You know, a lot would say he is the GOAT. That's the GOAT, right? That's Michael Jordan. That ain't gonna make this team win no games. He ain't out there in his jersey. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. I don't feel entitled to, you know what I'm saying, instant gratification or gratification 3, 4, 5 years in because it's Michael Jordan. They still got to go out there and put that ball in the basket and stop the other team from putting it in the basket more than them. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Well, you have Lamelo. I think he's finally got a guy that he can build around.
Yeah,
Lamelo
absolutely.
seems to have it all.
He
has the personality, he has the charisma, he has the flair for the game. He makes people want to come watch him play.
Sure.
What's your thoughts on Melo?
Man, I love Melo, man, and he's super. You know, is out there as people think he is. Melo's still, he humble, you know what I'm saying? Like, he humble, his game's controlled. He out there, he ain't doing too much talking on the sideline. Like, he ain't, you know, it's controlled. You know, you would think that somebody who done been in the limelight before they made it to the league will be one of them people to where, you know, they got to jump them hurdles of having too much dip on their chip, you know what I'm saying, once they're in the league. But nah, it's nice and controlled. He's a ball player.
Right.
Melo's a ball player, you know what I mean, through and through, and he young and turnt. But I feel like, you know, when you got a star like that, you get what I'm saying? Okay, then you got this component, this artist, you know what I mean, is here every game, every night. I feel like you got to utilize all that because he out here, he rock with me, you know what I mean? We keep up with each other, you know what I mean? On and off the court, we tapped in with each other, but I think these is things that you got to use to, you know, to motivate your organization and your players and to make sure they're having a good time, you know what I mean? You don't want to have too much fun.
Right.
Too much fun come with trouble, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like you're supposed to leverage that, man. But shout out to the Hornets altogether as organization, you know what I mean? And the different key players for the organization, you know what I mean? I had fun while I was sitting there checking the games out.
But you're thinking about going back in a few years.
I might be back next year. Who knows?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Who knows? Yeah, I might be back next year.
If I say, okay, 20 players under 25, I give you Melo, Luka, Ja, Zion, Victor Wembanyama, and Chet. Who's your first pick of guys under the age of 25? Melo Ball, Luka Doncic, Ja Morant, Zion, Wembanyama, Chet Holmgreen.
Damn. That's a conflicting question, man. Okay,
we're going to take another.
That's a conflicting question. Hold on. I'm going to go with Melo. I'm rocking with the home. I'm going to go with Melo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
I'm going to go with you, Melo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I love Luka. Love Ja game too, man. Can't wait to see him get back on the court, shake the bullshit off, get back on the court too, for sure, for sure.
You know what? Now that you mentioned Ja as somebody who's gone through some things themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
If you could sit down, if Ja was right next to you, if his team reached out to you, what advice would you give Ja?
I got it's crazy. I actually ended up, you know what I mean, on FaceTime with him briefly, probably about a month ago. But it'll be all so simple. One thing about Ja Morant too, and that's why I'm like, man, it's a conflicting question. He from the Carolinas. He from South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I know how it is, like coming from there, especially when you come from there, and especially like if you hone in on his particular situation, not even from a broad spectrum, like, you know, when you come from a place like North Carolina or South Carolina, where he from, it ain't even nothing like Charlotte. You get what I'm saying? I think where Ja from? Sumter, South Carolina.
Sumter, Spartanburg,
where he from in South Carolina, it ain't even like Charlotte. So I know, you know, what time it is when you able to make it to just like y'all, he made it, you know, to the damn near the top of where you can make it at, you know what I'm saying, in his realm and his profession. I did the same thing, you know what I mean, music-wise. And I know what come with it in terms of, you know, having to go back in time and figure that out. He way younger than me, you know what I'm saying, that I am, you know, by the time I made it to where I made it to professionally, he's way younger, damn near 6-7 years younger than I was when I, you know what I mean, first touched the bag and got all this attention and you know, love coming my way or whatever, you know what I mean, getting recognized for the hard work I done put in, man. But one thing about it, you know, people around you or the people that you love or, you know, if the people who you done grown to become loyal to, all that, it take time for them to adapt to what you got going on. Just like it take time, because y'all adapting to it at the same time, but they gonna adapt at a slower rate because they ain't the ones out here really putting this work in and really whatever, man. So, you know, whatever you sway by, I understand everybody gonna have to fuck up somewhere along the line. You get what I'm saying? So some of us is blessed enough to go through those fuck ups, jump them hurdles ahead of time before we get that microscope on us, and you know what I'm saying? And you know, others, we gotta figure it out in real time, man. And just, you know, it take experience to teach us them lessons. So it was all so brief. It's like, I'm ready to see you shake it off and get back to it. It's as simple as that, man. You know, I ain't got no lecture for you. You know what I mean? I'm flawed my damn self. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no lecture for him at all. It's just ready to see you shake it off. Ain't ready to see it be the end of you. That's the difference between me and, you know what I mean? You know, the perspective that a lot of other people will have, that'll be the difference. I'm really, really ready to see you shake it off and win, because that's gonna be even more of an accomplishment than getting there in the first place was. You know what I'm saying?
So you have players, you say, you know, Tatum dap you up and KD and Kyrie.
Everybody, they giving me the jersey. I'm talking about put 50 on us. I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to sneak out. I'm trying to sneak out. They talking to the interviewer. I'm like, bro, they see me, bro. I live here. Like, I gotta live here, bro. I gotta ride around. I gotta be my kids. I got to be safe, bro. I can't be. Y'all just put 50 on us, bro. With the straight face. How you gonna give me the jersey? I'm supposed to walk out with the jersey on, but that should have went to show. You know what I mean? The Hornets, like, what's going on? Like, I'm motivating the away team. They come see me and it's over. They like, show you how I get down. Everybody from Bron to everybody, when they come in there and they see me, you know what I mean? And they show me, look, let me show you what I do it's no different than how I would rock if they coming to see me perform on the stage. Right. Like, I'm gonna do my thing and I'm gonna look, man, that shit ain't nothing. I'm gonna look off to you, wink my eye at you middle of the performance, winking my eye and everything. That's what they own. Like, they come down and do something spectacular. You know what I'm saying? But as an athlete, this is stuff they train and do every day. Winking their eye at me, backpedaling with the straight face. I'm like, bro, stop doing that. Like, and I'm making faces when I'm like this, and I gotta hide it because they looking at me, they pointing. I'm trying to make sure the cameras ain't on me, man. So, you know, I didn't seen the best of the best come be the best of the best. They show me. When they see me, they make sure they demonstrate every time. You know what I mean?
And you know, plus, you know, Mike be sitting up there too.
Yeah.
So you know they got
let them know what time it is too.
Yeah, they got to give some of that.
But I think Mike done gave that up, man. Mike tired of it too. Mike don't want his proceeds no more either. Man. You know what I mean? Much love though to the Spectrum Center, the Panthers, not the Panthers. The Panthers too. Love the Panthers. I got a suite there too. Right. But the Hornets, man, and their organization as a whole, don't ban me from the Spectrum Center, man. I ain't, you know, I just feel like we need to come together. It took, you know, OG Shay Shay platform for me to let y'all know, bro. Y'all gotta open up them floodgates and let me come bring the culture and attach it to, you know, the athletics, and you know, it's gonna take us places. Right. You feel me?
Give me your top 5 NBA players right now.
Top 5 NBA players. Oh man. Top 5 for me. In no order. I'm a Bron fan, first of all. Okay. Bron, me and you wanted the same. I ain't playing about Bron.
There you see, there we go.
I'm going where he
Wherever he go.
If he go to
he go overseas, I'm going to.
There you go. You get what I'm saying? He go play for if he go play for Russia, goddamn, I'm trying to learn the language. You get what I'm saying? So Bron, of course, Bron, man. I always took a liking to Dame. Okay. I always took a liking to Dame. Steph, how can you not? Mm-hmm. Draymond, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? I love a lot of things about Draymond on and off the court. You know what I'm saying? I performed at Draymond wedding. Okay. You know what I mean? So that was something, you know, near and dear to me. You get what I'm saying? Already being a fan of him and just, you know, what he represent. So, you know, I got different, and as far as like, if I'm talking like on like a skill, from like a skill set perspective, it's a lot of names that I would have, 5 ain't enough, bro. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna be offended. Let me go with what I did. Draymond, Steph. I only got one more.
Dang, you got one more.
Damn, some niggas finna be mad at me, boy. I got real relationship with these people.
I know you do.
You know what I'm saying? Let me think about one that I don't want to mess up. Hold on. Let me think about a relationship I don't want to.
KD, Jason Tatum. I don't know if you know Giannis like that.
Giannis a dog, man. Giannis a different type of dog. I go with Giannis. And I don't got a personal relationship with Giannis. You know, he's straightforward. Right. He's just trying to play ball. But right. I'm going to go with Giannis and just leave it at that. I ain't even going to stress myself out. Kyrie, too. I love Kyrie, you know what I mean? And just what he represents, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a person, like, I love Kyrie, man.
Since we dealing with ball, so where we at? We at Jordan, we team Jordan or we team Bron?
Damn, I'm team Bron. I don't even really got to think twice about that. I'm team Bron. And Bron from Ohio. I was originally born in Ohio.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Bron, he always showed me love, always. I DM Bron while we sitting here right now, like, what's up, champ? Just checking on you. He gonna DM back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right now. So, you know, I rock with Bron. I always have from the beginning.
You see J. Cole as Jordan sold part of the last ownership share that he had in the team. Yep. J. Cole was one of the people that invested money in purchasing. How excited were you, somebody from your genre, from your side, from your walk, looked like you, that was able to buy a minority share into a professional team?
That was dope, man. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Had the opportunity to present itself, for sure. And I'm able to take advantage of it. Absolutely. You know? So hats off to J. Cole for that. That's major.
Cole, I think Cole is from Carolina too.
Yeah, he from Fayetteville. It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Like 2.5 hours.
We used to play Fayetteville State. I went to an HBCU. So what does it mean? I mean, think about it. Carolina only so big. Right. They got you, Cole.
Right. That's about it. You got Anthony Hamilton, Petey Pablo from the rap side. Me, Cole, Petey Pablo. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was hearing coming up. And a lot of people, they ain't really know. If you a Cole fan, though, you know he from Fayetteville. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people, like I remember, like as I was coming up in the game, I'm doing press runs, I'm doing radio, all that. They only meant there's Petey Pablo. That's all they had to mention. They think North Carolina, Petey Pablo. So I always took pride in, bringing a different side of Carolina, you know what I'm saying, to the forefront in terms of, you know what I mean, who I am and what I represent with my music, you know what I mean? Like it was, I know for a fact Carolina appreciated that too, because it's a whole different, and from this era, from this generation, like, we different, and we really have culture. We really got, we really are forced to be reckoned with in the Carolinas. The Carolinas is a major staple. Everybody know about the Carolinas, you get what I'm saying? So to not have several artists, you know what I mean, come from up out of here, but, I've been blessed enough to get to where I've been able to get to and continue to go to where I'm on the way to, you know what I'm saying, within this game and in this business, and to be able to trailblaze for even more people to come behind me and leave that avenue wide open, like Tusi, he from North Carolina as well, you know what I'm saying? So just to be a part of that, man, representing, you know what I mean, where we from and really hanging in there after getting there, man, it's real big, for the Carolinas as a whole. Not to mention, when you talk Charlotte, I'm the only one. You know what I mean? That didn't ever came from up out of there rap-wise. I'm the only one that didn't ever came from up out of there, man. So it's a big responsibility, but one that I take pride in.
Because normally when you think of Carolina, Duke,
North
colleges, Carolina.
Colleges.
You think tobacco.
Yeah, exactly.
And Carolina barbecue. I mean, y'all got some good barbecue, but not a rap. You, Cole, you remember too, Petey Pablo.
Yeah, no display, no real deal, authentic display of the culture, and you know what I'm saying, what it is, like when you think, when in terms of, okay, coming to Charlotte, okay, what type of people should I expect to run in, how I need to move with these people, what these people about, what these people ain't about, what's their tolerance for this, what's their tolerance for that. You probably need to look at Baby. You know what I'm saying? You probably need to be looking dead at me, and then, that'll get you through there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if I can navigate and, come to being the top streaming rap artist in the world from Charlotte, North Carolina, that's like putting your hands on a mountain and moving it. You know what I mean? It took the faith of a mustard seed, and I was able to get it done. You know what I mean?
I read where you played rugby.
Yeah, I did.
I never knew they had rugby teams in the South.
They don't. My school, it wasn't even an official team. It was like a club team, so to speak. So we wasn't even named after our school, my team. It wasn't the same colors or whatever, but I definitely played rugby, though. That's a fun fact.
Not basketball, not football, rugby?
Our basketball coach used to make you, he made all the players, shout out to Coach Rob, man. Look, if he see this, because I'm sure he a fan of you. But he used to I don't know why you used to do that, Coach Rob. He made kids cut their hair like they're in the military.
What?
And I had braids at the time. I'm like, nah, which my mom ended up making me cut anyway. I got a little slick at the mouth one day. She said, as soon as you get home from school, you cutting that off. And she stood on it. I got home, get in the car. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ended up cutting them anyway, but that's why I didn't move forward with that. I would go to tryouts every year and everything, make the team, and then, you know, you come back once they make the cuts. The next
But you
day,
already knew,
first
baby.
day of practice, I'm not showing up. That's when you got to have
Well, then why you keep going out? Well, you know
for
that
the
man.
fun. I still like to play the game. And then football, I ain't even football. You know what and this is a damn shame. Aside from the summers, right? Football, you know, you got to do. They start practicing in the summer. That was a problem for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, all right, cool. And but then they also used to have to, and this is crazy because I love to wear dress clothes now. When they used to have to dress up, okay, I didn't like that. Like, I ain't wearing no suit and no tie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't get comfortable with that side of my swag until I was a grown ass man. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm. So you played. You went out for the football team. You didn't like to dress it up. What position did you play?
When I played, when I played for the football team, right? And this is my life. This really was the turning point over it. Really with me, and on hindsight, this right now, sitting here thinking about this when I come to this realization. It's more about just, you know, I don't know if I did good with discipline early on. Like, I think I would, you know, if I feel like discipline is when I feel like ego is being incorporated into discipline, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I ain't compatible with that. You know what I'm saying? So if it's, because I remember I was on the team, it was 8th grade. It was 7th grade, because it was only 2 7th graders that made the team. James Martin Middle School, our team was the truth, too, undefeated, right? James Martin, 2 7th graders made the team. It was me and one other kid that made the team. Name was Dorian. The details in this to let you know it's 1,000% facts. His name was Dorian. I ain't seen this in 20 years, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? It was me and Dorian. We made the team, 2 7th graders. And I had a math teacher. She was bad too. She was fine. Named Miss Davis. She gonna see this.
Man, you looking at the math teacher in the 7th grade?
Bad. She was bad. Talk like Rihanna. She was from the islands and stuff. I remember like it was yesterday. A lot of people gonna see this, they gonna bounce like she was. Miss Davis was bad. But Miss Davis, I don't know why you did this. See, I could have been a professional athlete. See what I'm saying? And you know, the bell, I don't know how it was, you know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I mean, you excelled, you know what I mean, in sports your whole life. The bell will ring sooner for football players so they can break off before the school break out at the end of the day and get to practice, you know what I'm saying? Right. The bell run, they made the bell run for football players. They made it announced football. I get up, I'm in her class for the last period. I get up and start, I do it. I'm supposed to pack up, go to football. And she, why you packing up? I ain't tell you could pack up. I'm like, this was supposed to go on, you know, man. You know, and let me not make this a thing, but I know, you know, certain teachers, when people having a bad day, somebody could be having, it's sort of like that thing, when the person in authority having a bad day, you know, and then they exert their power. Exactly, it's that type. But I'm that type. I was that type of kid. Like, I'm gonna ask you, like, why, like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on today? Like, you having a bad day? Like, why you feel me? Like, this is what I do every day. This is what I'm supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? So what's different today? What's different today is how you feeling. You know what I mean? And she called herself making an example out my ass. Walked her fine ass to the coach, to the out there with her foot, and then she bad. I told you this now, right? So the coach, he's sweet on her, of course. Like everybody, this nigga tell me, we had this hill. We had this infamous hill at our school, you know what I mean, in the back by the football field. Yeah, you got to run 30 hills. What? You get? I say who? They ain't never see me again. Ain't never see me again. Never mind, exact words, who? Who? Never see me again. I'm cool on that. This is what you got to do with the play for the football, deal with people, attitudes, and ain't got nothing. Oh, no, I'm straight. I said, I'm cool, you know what I mean?
That was it. That was your end of your football career.
I was already selling my little candy. I done been, you know, I got 2 cell phones, first of all.
Right.
Miss Davis, I got 2 cell phones, 8th grade or not. I still ain't got nothing, right? But I got something figured out to have 2 cell phones I pay for in the 8th grade. But, you know, if I got to do that in order to, you know what I'm saying, to do this, then it ain't, you know, it ain't the same thing to me no more. So, yeah, that was the end of it. Long story short.
I saw you, Coach Prime out in Colorado doing some great things.
Man,
a little hard times right now.
Coach Prime.
But I saw you out there, and you've been recruiting him. Said, like, once you win a championship at Colorado, come on down here and coach the Panthers.
Man, I swear, I love to see it. You get what I'm saying? They seem to understand, you know. That's a prime example of, like, going back to what I say, you know, like how I feel like people should leverage, you know what I'm saying? Like, incorporating culture into, you know, and seeing how it correlates with the direct success or just the overall energy or vibe brought to an organization, man. Like, Prime is somebody who gets that. You know what I mean? He gets that. It's a certain formula to it. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you was to go back and begin to coach your organization or whatever, like people, they gonna want to come play for you.
Right.
Not only because, okay, boom, you've made it to the top of where you can make it in this sport. You get what I'm saying? And you got the Super Bowl, you got you're a Hall of Famer, all this. Not only because of that, but what you represent as a man, as a person. You get what I'm saying? All these things. See, that's somebody who I want. If Coach Prime would, if you say, boom, this is right, yeah, you need to run the hill 30 times, I'm a, boy, somebody made you do that before. You know what I'm saying? That's what turned you into the champion. You were, all right, bet, I'm going to do it.
Right.
But not just because you sweet on Miss Davis, bro. I'm
Right.
sweet on her, too. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? So, just the directly related to my personal experiences, man, I definitely feel like that's super effective. I love to see him anywhere. I love to see him involved with an NFL organization, period, bro. I think that'll be a beautiful thing. For sure, for sure.
Do you think a lot of that has to do with his ability to relate to the kids? Because I think a lot of times the coaches in today's society, because we got social media, and you have to be able to get through to the kids and talk to them on their level.
Yes, sir.
That old yelling and screaming and cursing and in guys' face, that ain't kicking like that.
It worked for some. It worked for the ones that come from that. That come from that old school tough love, you know what I'm saying, environment. But for some, it make them shut down. So I think definitely his ability to be able to relate with the kids, bro, got a lot to do with why people would want it. He's just he's a prolific person all the way around the board. Like you want to be around him, you want to learn from him, you want to seek knowledge and just learn from a person like that. If they tell you, look, this is a mistake, you're going to trust that, you know what I'm saying, and see it through on the other end. And for the majority of those who have trusted that and saw it through, I'm pretty sure they learned on the back end of that was probably the right move to make, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's willing to teach what's been taught, man, and you can't, I got the ultimate respect for that in any category, any business, any lane, you know what I mean?
Being from Charlotte, being from Carolina your whole life, you know all the Panthers, all the great Panthers. Give me your top 3 Panthers players.
Steve Smith, Cam Newton, and Steve Smith, Cam Newton. Let me give you one more. I'm gonna go with my boy Jonathan Stewart. I'm gonna give it to him because that's my boy. He tapped in with me.
Man, you left Pep off?
Oh damn, no, Stewart, my bad. I love you. Nah, Julius Peppers, I'm tripping. Definitely number 90. Julius Peppers 99.
No, number 90.
90.
Yes.
Julius Peppers for sure.
Pep.
Number 7, 99.
Well, you left Kuechly off?
Yeah, I can't put him before Julius Peppers or Cam Newton or Steve Smith.
Okay.
I know Lou. That's all I used to hear my mama say. That's all you gonna hear my mama say. Lou. My mama's so turned, man, when it comes to sports and football, especially the Panthers. She do not play. You know what I'm saying? But I go Steve Smith, Cam Newton, and Julius Peppers.
Right. Cam was in Carolina for a minute, and Cam, that lineage of black quarterbacks, the Michael Vicks, Lamar Jackson, Donovan, Pat Mahomes, Warren Moon, Cunningham, Doug Williamson. You got a top 3?
You got to, in terms of black quarterbacks
Yes.
and their impact on the game, definitely Cam got to be in that mix. You got to go Mike Vick, Cam, and now Lamar. I don't, Donovan McNabb, but Cam outdid you, bro. Cam brought the coat. I'm telling you, he did. They got a lot.
Cam brought that swag.
He brought that swag. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm, like one of the most, I'm one of the most turned local artists too. I remember making a song called Dab City, where I shot the video outside of the Panthers Stadium on game day.
Right.
Had on the Panthers jersey. I'm walking up to people. That's when he incorporated the dance that everybody was doing. That worked wonders for me. Me being able to tie them two together, it worked out for me. You get what I'm saying? And it also gave the city something to call theirs and something to turn them up, because we just had the vibe going. We was undefeated, everything.
Right.
So yeah, I'm forever grateful of what they was able to do that season. Yeah, and the energy and the vibe they brought to the city, it turned me up. You know what I mean?
November is here, and we're in the heart of football season. Basketball and hockey are just getting started. So many games to watch on any given day. But wouldn't it be better if they were live? The best way to get tickets to any of these games this month is on Game Time, the fastest growing ticket app in the U.S. Game Time is obsessed with finding ways to help save you money on tickets. You can find exclusive deals and sponsored deals on games and concerts daily. With zone deals, you pick the section and Game Time picks the seats. For big time savings and with Game Time guarantee, you will always get the best price. If you find a ticket in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So take the guesswork out of it. Buying tickets at Game Time. Create an account, redeem code Shay Shay for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, download the Game Time app and enter the code Shay Shay, S-H-A-Y, S-H-A-Y for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
And reading up on you, you're big into fitness. What's your training regimen like?
I try to be, man. I'm trying to get like you. That's what it's like. One thing with me, man, and you know, and I'm sure it's like this with a lot of people. Is you probably got this good problem too. It's more genetics than it is anything. Like I can take, you know, I can not work out for a month, get in there for a week straight, and people gonna be asking me, boy, what's up? Who you train or who you train?
Right.
What you do? You know, is more so just these good genes. This last name that I stand on, Kirk, is that, you know, it's what I get from my pops, and you know, just my muscle memory and how it's able to just, you know, stick to me when I get to it. But I done been way more consistent lately and hanging in there. Right. It felt like I done pulled something right there. I probably need to holler at you about it. You give me some pointers or something. I told you I'm trying to get like you, so we'll talk about that.
So what is your training regimen consist of? Are you cross training?
No. I don't do no running.
You don't do no running?
I don't do no running.
So you ain't got no cardio?
On that stage when I'm up there shaking my ass for 60 minutes at a time. That's what I like to call it.
That's your
you
cardio.
You get up there and shake your ass for 60 minutes.
That's your cardio, huh?
That's play. It take cardio to do it. It ain't easy.
Yeah, but I thought you need to do cardio to make sure you able to do that up there.
I'm doing that so much that I need to sit down when I get off that stage. It's time to sit down, man. The people in the gym, they ain't running 60 minutes.
Right.
And rapping words while they doing it and you know, and still grooving to the beat and, you know what I mean, transitioning in between this and that and looking fans in the eyes and engaging with them, you know what I mean, on and off and periodically throughout it. All simultaneously. Right. They ain't doing that. That takes some cardio. Right. But, you know, I've been blessed enough to be able to hang in there. One would think I do cardio when they see me, you know, my ability to, you know, control my wind and everything, you know what I mean, when I'm either rapping or performing live. But no, I don't do no cardio, you know what I'm saying? No cardio. Everything but cardio.
So you bench, what's the most you ever bench?
The most I done ever bench is probably 230, but this is so long ago. Benching ain't something it was probably 235, but this is when I'm not even, this was like 2000, this probably like 2017. Like 235, that's the most I done put on there and even try. Probably 250, I didn't even put on. And at the time, take this into account, at the time, I was probably like 140.
What?
Swear to God, 140. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's, you know, that's great.
That's very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you know
100 plus pounds.
Now I can probably get in there and get more up off me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't bench it. That ain't even something that's the one thing I don't got in my personal gym at the crib is a bench. One thing I don't got.
So were you always in the weights? Were you always like worried about aesthetics? Like, man, you know, you do a little bit, you get in the muscle show a little bit. You're like, okay.
Nah, I wouldn't. You know, you would look at a picture of me like maybe 7 years ago and be like, well, you skinny as hell. You know what I mean? Right. Like, you know, we from the South. Mama, people call you Po. Boy, you Po.
Yeah.
Boy, you Po. You know what I'm saying? I was just joking with somebody about that the other day. Like, your people ever said that? Like, Po. Like, yeah, you Po. You need to eat something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, that wasn't something I was always into. Now, my big brother, my oldest brother, like, yeah, that's definitely something he was into. Like, he was working out like he was getting ready to go to prison. He was 14. You know what I'm saying? He was 14 years old, working out like he was getting ready to go to prison.
Right.
My mama kept that's one thing she made sure her boys had. My mama, boy mom, 3 sons, you know what I'm saying? I'm the youngest, 3 siblings. And she kept us a weight bench. She kept us a weight bench and kept us a punching bag and a speed bag in the garage. Parked the car outside. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, once we did move to a house that had a damn garage.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
So she kept y'all active?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she let her boys be boys. Her boys all boy. All boy. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at you and you're like your videos are like movies. And you say you drew inspiration from Missy and Busta and Andre. Sure. The very creative, Luda, yep. very creative minds.
Yep.
And if you look at their videos, they are like movies.
No, for sure. Mm-hmm. No, that's something I've definitely got a passion for. even from a even greater aspect in terms of like film and television, like I draw a lot of inspiration from my favorite movies growing up or my favorite sitcoms or what have you. You know what I mean? I draw inspiration from it. It's one thing about, just laughter that, it lasts forever. Something that made you smile, something that made you feel good, something that made you laugh. You ain't gonna never forget that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to move behind the camera?
Yeah, absolutely. I already am. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Okay.
already in the direct, and I've been building a production company the entire time. Even when I see, the way you diversify your portfolio and you got your media company going and set up, bro, I'm a fan of that. I admire that to the fullest. That's something I'm still figuring out how I want to go about doing it in my own way. You get what I'm saying? So it's dope to see, man. And not only that, you can continue to shine light on who you is as a person and get these thoughts that we got up here, make them tangible, get them out in front of us, man, and inspire others.
I see where in some of you're ripping off your shirt. You're the Incredible Hulk.
Air show. I like to do that, man. You know what I mean?
Let them know.
Yeah, let them know.
Hey,
let them know.
Small, but hey,
yeah, exactly.
the package here.
That little nigga strong. You know what I'm saying? Strong, boy. Yeah, for sure.
The way you shoot it, that's a very expensive process.
Absolutely, it gets there. You know what I mean? It gets there, and just like everything else, man. That's the game is to be sold, not told. You know what I mean? So that's knowledge I done had to pay for. I done paid for that game, and now. I didn't been blessed enough to have enough experience to where I know how to navigate through a lot of the holes that'll send you to the bank to go get some money out and get this idea done. Now I know, from the very beginning, how to set these things up and how to produce these projects in ways to where it's most cost efficient. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to keep doing more and able to keep, producing more of my ideas.
Why was it important to you to be different on stage than a lot of the other rappers?
That's kind of just like how I was already set up too to begin with. So from the beginning, I really commercialized myself, you know what I'm saying, from day one, like from the start. Like it was I never intended on, my target audience was never the dudes that's gonna be standing in the corner looking at you like this.
Me buggy.
That ain't what I want. They ain't spending no money.
Right.
They won't do something to you. I can't do nothing with y'all. If y'all like it, cool, I take it. But my target audience always been the masses. You know what I'm saying? Like from day one, and I feel like I done did a tremendous job at walking that thin line of staying true and authentic to myself. You know what I'm saying? And being able to appeal to the masses. Like that's why my demographic is so widely ranged. A 2-year-old done saw me and dropped they pacified their mouth and pointed to me, and their grandma at the same time be done ran over. I know who you is. Come here. You ain't hiding. So it's a demographic. It go from here to here, man. And that's a wide window to be able to jump through and do whatever within that space and without taking away my integrity of who I am as a person. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I came in from the jump with that.
How did you become so fearless on stage, though?
I had to be fearless in the house. You know what I mean?
With them older brothers,
I've been working on exactly. I've been working on my documentary lately, so that's something I've been exploring. I've been doing a lot of writing and self-reflecting, finishing up on my documentary. But definitely, like every day in the house, it was the Super Bowl every day in the house. Yeah, who gonna get the last drop of that milk for that cereal we got out there? Boy, you got the bang.
Right.
And I'm the smallest one. You get what I'm saying? Right. I'm the smallest one. Some days I had to finesse it. Some days I had to tell my mama on their ass. Why they end up getting the woman? Yeah. Got you today. Some days I had to fight. I had to lose a lot of fights.
Right.
That I ain't never lost no fight outside the house. Never.
Undefeated. You Floyd Mayweather outside the house.
I ain't never lost no fight outside the house. I'm gonna get my ass whooped. It's gonna be in here. When I go out there, I got something for y'all.
Is it true that you wore a diaper?
It's absolutely true.
At an event in Texas for the stage name because you wanted to be DaBaby.
Marketing guru, man. Not even that I wanted to be DaBaby. We had just switched the rap name. You get what I'm saying? And which I had already put tons and tons of hours and dollars in the marketing what the rap name was. You get what I'm saying? I had bought tons of promo materials. I done put posters all over the place, handed people CDs. I used to holler at the club owner, finesse my way in there before the club opened there, let me go in the bathrooms. I got posters on the bathroom stall of a female going there, use the bathroom, they close the door, I'm looking dead at you, smiling. Here goes my Instagram, all that. You get what I'm saying? I get a lot of my critical thinking done when I'm on the toilet. I don't know about y'all. You get what I'm saying? So I had it figured out early, but I say all that to say this, like I had already marketed the previous name so well. I'm like, man, change the name? I'm like, bro, what we gonna do? Right. You know what I mean? What we gonna do? And I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do. South by South, watch this. DaBaby, because at first when I heard DaBaby, I'm like, DaBaby, it's a person who's he can vouch. I'm like DaBaby, it ain't even feel right to me. Say it took me a while to even be able to say it.
Because at first you were Baby Jesus. Right?
Exactly. There you go. So I wouldn't even say it. Like for a while, I had to say all my other aliases along with it just to like the way it rolled off my tongue. You get what I'm saying? And when I finally, but I'm like, okay, boom, you want to switch to DaBaby? I'm like, DaBaby, I bet I got something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this. He like, hell no. Hell, you can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. You gonna mess the money
up. Yeah, because you already got a name. How hard is it? Because I can't imagine, Snoop Dogg changing his name. I can't imagine Drake or some of these rappers changing their name.
Yeah, exactly, bro. We don't want to hear that. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I don't, I'm afraid of what that come with. You get what I'm saying? We starting back from ground one.
Right.
But I'm like, nah, you know what? I got an idea. Everybody went against it, damn near everybody. Until I came around that corner with that thing on. I didn't even tell nobody. I pulled off with 1 or 2 people out of the 20 people I was down there with.
Right.
And I looked it up where I get these old man diapers. That's what I typed in. I found the pen, CVS. I said, stop at CVS. I'm in the Sprinter. Switch right there in the back of it. Put it over my drawers.
Right.
Just in case this thing, I don't know how safety if it just fell off.
Right.
You put it over my drawer, got out there, man, look, and stole the show. I did this. I don't know how many years ago, probably 6, 7 years. It still ring bells to this day. Ain't nobody utilized, that annual festival the way I done utilized that. Ain't nobody been able to draw that much, because it's a music festival, South by Southwest.
Yeah.
And you got thousands and thousands of artists down there looking to get
notoriety.
Man, look,
notoriety.
That was premeditated murder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Premeditated murder.
So they used to call Michael Jordan Black Jesus. Was that
with me, the Baby Jesus name that I started off coining early on, it was more so about me, and I still feel this way to this day in terms of my purpose as a person, you know what I'm saying, and why I feel like God put me here is to do for others.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's all about with me. That's why I'm most fulfilled. When I'm at the top of the world, you know what I'm saying, getting 400,000 a show, whatever, I can get on the song and say, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, it's going top 5 on Billboard.
Right.
I had it like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not, I got the straight face until it's time for me to perform and do my thing. Like, I'm not really, that's not fulfilling to me. Not doing for others and shining my light on other people and revealing the light within them to themselves. Like, that's what I'm about. That's where I'm most fulfilled at. You know what I'm saying? Doing for others. You know what I'm saying? So it was all about that with me. Just, like, I'm here to sacrifice myself to do for others.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I read what Lil Baby say people tried to create a beef with you and him because he Lil Baby, you Lil Baby.
And I'm pretty sure that was on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. And that's just people just being who people is. And hats off to him. I don't think 2 people in this industry right here could ever have 2 because he popped right before me. You get what I'm saying? I actually ran into him at South by Southwest.
Right.
That year, you know what I'm saying? I ran into him earlier in that week before I pulled my genius marketing move. You did what I'm saying? But I don't think 2 people could have names that closely related without it becoming an issue. Or one person's ego. You get what I'm saying, or whatever, or insecurity shining through. It was none of that there ever. I never sensed a second of it. It's too easy to do, especially with him popping before me.
Right.
He could have easily just, you get what I'm saying? Like, he had the leverage at the time to be able to, this nigga copying me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But he had already ran into me. You know what I mean? So he knew ahead of time, like, that's what my name was, or what I saw he mentioned in the interview, like, he had already ran into me, you know what I mean, down at South by Southwest, but he could have easily, this nigga copy me or this or that, but he was confident enough in his ability to do what he do to not have to go that route. You get what I'm saying? And as was I. You know what I mean? It's plenty of money out here for everybody.
And that's what I wanted to ask. He pops right before you. He's Lil Baby.
Right.
You coming along, DaBaby. Did you like, damn, man, I'm about to F this up with this one?
Nah, I ain't tripped. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripped for a second. I'm a stand-up individual. Bro is too. You know what I mean? I get it to him any day. On any day. That's commendable. You get what I'm saying? And honorable, respectable. Just as a man outside of the artist, you get what I'm saying? You got to be a certain type of a dude. You know what I mean? You got to be a certain type of dude to not take the negative route. I'm gonna say the word negative, not take the hater route, not take the, you know what I mean, the salty route, whatever. You gotta be a certain type of dude, man. So that's something I done always, you know what I mean, respected, bro, folk. Especially with him being the one that got through the threshold first. You know what I'm saying?
I saw what Lil Duval said. You're the Spike Lee of this
That's
generation.
my boy. I rock with Duval.
I would have never thought you, rapper, would want to transition and be what Spike Lee to movies you want to be on that side.
Nah, for sure, man. I love it. It's I got a whole lot going on up here, a whole lot of real life experiences I went through before I ever even got behind the microphone, you know what I'm saying, and made a song that, you know, I got vision and I got experiences and I got thousands and thousands of stories that I could tell that can touch the heart, the mind, the soul of just about anybody. I could check all the boxes, you get what I'm saying, based off what I've been through. So I definitely, and anything that I take a liking to, like I'm that type of person, if I take a liking to something, I immediately, you know, become engaged in learning as much as I can learn about it and you know, figuring out how I could operate in that space and utilize, you know, my gifts and my blessings to, you know, put my touch on that and represent it in a way that I feel like it ain't been presented before. Like, that's what I'm all about.
Are you able to sleep? Because I think in order for you to be a rapper or in order for you to be a director, you have your mind your mind is constantly racing because you're always putting this and that. This rhymes with this rhymes with that. Or you see something.
Yeah.
Are you able to rest peacefully?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I get my rest days. A lot of times I'm resting with my eyes open. You need to call my name, I don't even hear you. You call it to, oh, what's up, bro? But nah, definitely, man. It's, you know, and not only that, it's almost therapeutic to me, you know, like that's my outlet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's my outlet, you know, like I'm creating, I'm taking these experiences that I didn't had, and some of them traumatic as hell, you know what I mean? Need to go talk to a therapist about them, but you know, I find humor in them. That's just what we used to doing just as oppressed people, period, from the beginning of time, you know what I'm saying? You find humor, and that's why we some of the most humorous people in the world. Our comedy is different, it's edgy, and it's, you know, and it touch on traumatic experiences, so it hits you in more than one place at the same time. But not only that, it's healthy. That laughter, you know what I mean? We could not know, mama could not know how to pay the rent tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, or what we gonna eat. We still gonna be in here laughing, smiling, having a good time today.
Right.
Today we partying though, you get what I'm saying? We'll worry about that later. So that's just always been, I feel like, you know, an outlet for our people, you know, and as it is with me, you know what I mean? Definitely an outlet, definitely healthy. I love to have a good time, make people have a good time. I love to take thoughts and turn them into things. That's fulfilling to me.
What's your favorite movie and video of all time?
Oof, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Favorite movie? Damn, that's a tough one. I don't know if I can name one.
Well, give me a couple of your favorites.
A couple of my favorites. Training Day.
Yeah, you like Lonzo, huh?
Training Day, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Training Day for sure, man. King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Ain't got nothing on
You know what I'm saying? Training Day, all the Eddie Murphy. Like, I'm a fan of a lot of people, bro. Even you know, if you want to go a different route, and like Jim Carrey, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm a fan of a lot of films. I love all the hood films. I love Menace to Society. You know what I mean? All the Fridays. It's tons of movies, man. I've been you know, in sync with the movies, you know, early on. That's kind of for a time, that's all we had, even if it was the bootlegs and the little CD book. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I love me a good movie, man.
Right.
So I got a lot of good movies, music videos, all things, Busta Rhymes, Eminem, Ludacris, Outkast, Missy Elliott, all them, man. It's hard to pick one, you know what I'm saying? Of all time, it might be my favorite music video of all time, or the one that resonate like the most with me, like it affected me the most, might be Michael Jackson Thriller. I pissed the bed about 1,000 times. Used to be scared to death, boy, of that music video and the character he portrayed in it, but couldn't stop watching it.
Right.
Still was so, you know, it was so compelling to me too. So that's what I'm saying. That's a music video that came out before I was born.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So just the fact that I remember,
And it resonated so much with you.
You know what I mean? Like that just goes to show, you know, I probably didn't have interest in these realms way before I even knew that I had interest in them. You know what I mean?
What did you want to be when you were growing up? If somebody would have told you, said like, hey, what do you want to do with your life, son?
That's the easy one for me, because it was always straight cut, and it was nothing normal. It ain't gonna be normal. Something to my answer as a kid too. I'm talking about as a kid, younger than my oldest kids. It it was something to make a lot of money. I knew I wanted to make a lot of money. That's what I knew.
You didn't know what it was, but I knew to make some money.
I didn't know what it was. So even in school, when they get to putting it in front of you and they give you the list of all the occupations you can, grow to go to college and study or whatever, at the top of the list, it was, you got doctor, of course, you got this, that. I'm like, nah, you got to go to school for too long. I'm factoring all this in. And which I always excelled in school, speaking of school, but like, you got doctors, this and that. One of the ones that was up there, and this is something I took a liking to early, was a chef. You know what I mean? That was the only thing I ever wanted to be, ever growing up, was a chef. I didn't even want to be a rapper. It was a chef. I had a chef jacket. I'm like that.
You like that in the kitchen?
I'm like that.
You like that in the kitchen for
like
real?
That in the kitchen, on the grill, I'm like that.
So what's your deal? What? Okay.
It's a name.
Okay, how about
Thanksgiving coming up? I can make the whole thing.
You got a lady coming over. You want it?
It's over for.
It's over.
It's over for. I be telling a lot of them. Look, I can't cook for you because then you gonna get to acting crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna understand.
So you gonna be like a straight. I ain't gonna be able to get rid of you.
I swear to God. Ask about me. Let me take it. Hey, that right there. Hey, I'm standing on that. Ask about me. You know what I mean? Speaking of that, me and my baby, we and my oldest daughter, we got a cooking show getting ready to come out. So
really? Congrats on that, bro. Congrats.
But I get down in that kitchen though.
So what you like to cook? So what's your
best stuff?
Everything,
OG.
You a breakfast? You like to make
everything? Breakfast. That's everybody. That's easy. Breakfast easy. So okay, breakfast. Let's let you know, because you got people say I can cook. They make scrambled eggs, this and that. I can make homemade biscuits.
What?
It's a video on my Instagram right now. I make homemade biscuits like a month ago on Instagram.
Right.
I don't know nobody that can make homemade biscuits besides my mom.
Right.
Like I ain't never dealt with a female that can cook better than me. Ever.
What?
You get what I'm saying? And that ain't to take nothing away from nobody. But I ain't never dealt with no female. Y'all know. I ain't never dealt with no female that cook better than me for sure. Like I'm like that. They know too. I'm like that.
So what made you to get? I mean,
I had to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mom, when she get off her main job, she got to go to a part-time after taking care of her boys. You get what I'm saying? So I had to go in that refrigerator. I had a house key at 5 years old, because elementary school I'm the youngest now. I'm the baby.
Right.
Elementary school get off the bus first. You know what I'm saying? I had a house key at like 5 years old. I get off the bus. I go open the door my damn self. Lock it. Don't let nobody in. Don't come to it. Act like you ain't there. I get that stomach. Kids be hungry after school, boy. Stomach get the growling. I gotta look in here and figure it out. You know what I mean? Right. I gotta turn oodles and noodles into Roof Chris. I gotta make this pack of beef noodles. Beef noodles was in the 90s. I gotta make this taste like a steak.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that just go from just having to figure it out. And then one thing about my family, like my family done always been big on like food. That's my mama love language. Her grandbabies, everybody, she gonna feed you. That's my grandma, that's how they do too. That's the cloth she cut from. They gonna feed you. Right. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I found that love and that nurturing. So like I say, anything that I take a liking to, I wanna know everything about it and how to figure it out. So I'm like this. While my mama ended up getting it in, and I'm like, okay, bet.
So you observe, you watch it. Okay.
I need to know how to make this for myself. So I ain't never got to depend on nobody to.
Okay.
I'm thinking like that early, unknowingly, but that's the one thing I ever wanted to be. I used to have they got me a chef. I think my pops ordered it for me when he knew that was something I was taking a liking to. Because I've been like that too. Like, I've been, assertive and just strong-minded with my thoughts. If I take a liking to something, I lock in on it. I've been like that since legit. And, my people's one thing they always did was support whatever it is we was with. And I remember my pops, I think it was like for my birthday or Christmas or something, and I would have this. I love this gift, so that'll let you know what's going on. He got me a chef coat and a chef hat, and it had one of my nicknames embroidered, you know what I'm saying, with my favorite royal blue letters embroidered. It said hard chocolate.
That was your nickname?
Hard chocolate. Hard. See, I'm telling you now, I've been there.
So you got a cookbook? You gonna do a cookbook?
I'd rather do a show than a book. I do a book. But you got to see this, you know what I mean? Because I cook with love, so it's kind of like, it's like I could show you how to do it. You still can't do it like me, type of thing. It's one of them.
Right.
But a lot of people know I'm good at teaching people, what I got going on. Like, you feel me? Like I be saying that. That's like a little joke I got, with somebody I done dealt with, I ain't dealt with before. Like, you be making my recipes for them niggas. You be. I know what time it is. Yeah, I already know you got them hooked. I already know what time it is. Make sure you tell them I'm the one taught you how to make that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you teaching your kids how to cook?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you say you got a cooking show coming out with your oldest daughter, but all your kids gonna know how to cook.
All my kids gonna know how to cook. I'm a girl dad too, so they got to know.
They got
to know how to get down. All of them gonna know how to cook for sure.
Right. You talk about you being behind the camera. Would you like to act?
Absolutely. So behind the camera and in front of it, you know what I mean? Absolutely. That's a lane I'm very much already, you know what I mean, finding my way in right now as we speak.
Who's your favorite actor?
I gotta go Denzel. That wasn't even hard at all.
Baby.
I gotta go my boy Zell. That's what I like to call myself when I'm doing exceptionally well on camera. As soon as we cut, that's
all right.
Yeah,
okay.
Call me Zell.
Okay.
Yeah, call me Zell. I gotta go Denzel, man. He got such a wide range, and he one of them actors that
Right.
You know that's him. Like, even the way he be fighting in the movies, Denzel will punch you and put you in the head like while he looking like this. Punch you.
Okay.
He gonna whoop somebody's ass in real life. That ain't acting. He too good at it. Like, how you beat somebody up and look cool doing it? You know what I mean? But nah, I love Denzel, man. I gotta go Denzel. And I'm a big fan of Eddie Murphy and just his ability. He like water, you know what I mean? Like, he can play several different characters. You gotta think how brilliant. I don't think people even understand, how brilliant of an actor he is, man. He got to be one of the tops on my list. Like, what is it? Meet the Clumps, Professor, the Nutty Professor. He playing 5 characters sitting at the table together. Norbit, you get what I'm saying? He's playing every lead character. People got to understand.
48 hours.
You got to understand what it takes to even be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to. It take a certain type of mind, man. He really a maniac, you know what I mean? In the best way possible, in the most genius way possible. A maniac, man, a genius.
I see you doing a lot of skills on social media. Is that helping you hone your skills?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And I have fun doing it. You know what I mean? More importantly, like, I have fun doing it. Like, I do the skits and all that stuff. Like, this is really me, This is really me if you just kicking it with me outside of social media. Like, I like to laugh, have a good time. I love to entertain myself.
Right.
That's the thing about me. So a lot of the entertainment that I do put, I really was just entertaining myself. I just packaged it and and shared it with the world. But my ideas, they get even more, Instagram, it ain't enough to show my ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some ideas that ain't gonna serve me well on the internet. You get what I'm saying? Like, I gotta really package these and present these the correct way. And that's why I'm like, it became undeniable that I had a real deal passion for filmmaking, a gift. You know what I mean? A gift that I'm passionate about, and that I'm adamant on exploring and learning as much as I can about it. I done really, put the time in to do that. So it's dope whenever I do get to put it on display.
I see T.I. T.I. is the only person I know in this genre. He's a rapper that went into comedy.
Yeah.
You good with comedy? You try comedy?
But and like in terms of like stand up or whatever, nah, I ain't never tried stand up.
Would you?
I probably wouldn't. A lot of times when I transition from like one song to another, like even while I'm on stage now, you know what I'm saying, during my shows, it almost be feeling like stand up. Like, if I was to explore stand up, I think I would definitely excel in it. And that's not me calling it easy at all. Like, I understand what it is, but just in terms of making adjustments on the spot, the word is improv. In terms of improv, like, I definitely excel at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. So I think I do good. That might be the way I challenge myself one day, and I might jump out there and see what's up with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fans of a lot of stand-up comedians. Like, a lot of them people, man. A lot of them I've been fans of them from the get-go. Anything that make you laugh, you know what I'm saying? Especially laughing at what was once pain or something that you wish you wasn't going through, and I'm all about it. That's what, that's what kept me at peace my whole life.
Let me ask you this. Social media, there's good and bad.
Yes, sir.
Give me a couple examples how it's helped you. Give me a couple of examples how it's hurt you.
It didn't hurt me the same way it didn't help me. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's a tool. And I always been real big on that, on utilizing social media as a tool. Now, while utilizing social media as a tool, if this hammer worked for you, if you carrying around this hammer all day and you know how to use it and it's working flawlessly, what you gonna do? You gonna now you carrying this hammer around when you don't even need it, bro. You ain't putting no nails in no wood today. What you got this hammer for? And then you get to abuse it. Somebody might say, hey, what you looking at, bro? And you pull the hammer out. I'm looking at you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nah, it's that's my analogy for it. You know what I mean? To just sum it all up and keep it in a nutshell. Like, yeah, anything anything that suits you, that has the ability to change your life or get you to a certain place, or change the life of people around you, and a tool that you've been able to utilize and it's worked for you so good, you know, you can easily become distracted and begin to abuse the use of it. You know what I'm saying? And use it in ways that you shouldn't, or not know when not to use it, when to put that down. You don't need that. If you're angry, you probably shouldn't have what you gonna do with a hammer in your hand if you're angry?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get to grabbing it like this, you know, clenching on it like you ain't got no good intentions with that in your hand right now. You probably need to put that down in certain instances. So, you know, that's the way it's been able to affect me in a negative way, you know, not knowing that, okay, I should put this down at a particular point. You know what I'm saying? And then getting the worst end of the stick because I didn't make that decision consciously and, you know, follow through.
How have you been able to block out the negativity? Because I'm sure you read the comments.
Yeah.
This song sounds just like that song, and that song sounds like this song and this song.
Yeah.
How do you block that out? Like
with that one, with the song sounding the same, I just play like my top 3 songs. They ain't nothing like each other. You know what I'm saying? You go from Rockstar to Suge to this. Them ain't nothing like each other. So in terms of that, the songs sounding the same. Can't none of these niggas rap better than me. Like so if I say, well, what's your favorite rapper? If I could actually get in the room with if it was worth it, if it was an argument that was worth me having, I mean, I probably wouldn't argue anyways. I'd say, what's your favorite rapper? What's your favorite song by him? And I'd go rap on that beat. And then you gonna straighten it. They gonna straighten that out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of let people do that on their own. I do it all the time when I, do freestyle. So in terms of that, that's whatever. I ain't tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? That's like me saying, you can't play football. That's like,
right.
Nah, for real, OG,
right.
you can't play football.
Right. I can't play no more.
All the tight ends play like you. You just a tight end.
Right.
Come on, bro. That ain't even, it's like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But in other areas, right? Because a lot of times, I mean, it's, a lot of these things, these opinions, they have some type of validation. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all about, it's all about remaining valid to yourself. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and as arrogant as a lot of people like to think I am, I'm really way more humble than based off people's perception of me, the wider public perception of me. I'm really way more humble than people think I am. You get what I'm saying? I ain't tripping, like I come in the room and know, okay, I'm the elephant, but I move smooth. You get what I'm saying? And I'm trying to find out where the other elephants at so we can run together.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't never really tripping on that in terms of, when it comes to the naysay or whatever, or the he say, she say, like it is what it is when it comes to that. But I do also like to study whatever I do. Right, so if I do put out a music video, if I do put this out, I love to see people's reactions. I like to see it. I like to see the patterns and, okay, how many people hated on this as opposed to how many people, hated on this one. Like, and then that's how I know to, move forward. But that's a never-ending game. You know what I mean? That probably ain't even something healthy to do. But I think studying what you do and studying the way people respond to it, I think that is a healthy thing when you're thinking long-term and appealing to the masses. Me, I want everybody. You get what I'm saying? Even them haters, I want to, I
eventually flip them.
I find, I get a kick out of that. You know what I'm saying? I get a kick out of, showing you what time it is and then having a straight. Then I'm not even going to throw it in your face when you know what I'm saying? Because I done already got my high off the situation. I got high off just, showing myself, right, man, stop playing with me. You get what I'm saying? Right. Like, and it's all good. So that's how I really deal with that. Like I really, them people that I win them battles silently. You get what I'm saying? Right. I don't even really trip because I know what time it is. And they know what time it is too. Because that's one thing though. It's kind of like if you somebody say you can't beat them, you playing one-on-one even when you're done. Okay, but you was pushing or you was fouling or you was doing it. It ain't gonna never stop.
Right.
So once I show you and I show me, it's really just about me showing me. To stop playing with me. After that, it's all good. I let people. I let them run the circus. You feel me? And I come through and beat and I come through and clown. When you make me mad enough to come through and clown, I'm gonna come through and clown.
Right.
And then I'm gonna get right back up out of there and then let y'all do y'all thing.
Give me your Mount Rushmore rappers. Your greatest 4 rappers of all time.
50 Cent. No particular order. 50 Cent, Lil Wayne. Tupac. And me.
You the first.
You want a shot?
Yeah. No, you take this right here.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, and me, for sure. 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Tupac, and me.
You're the first of all the people that I've had in here, and I've had a lot of comedians, a lot of celebs in here, you're the only one that ever put yourself on my Rushmore.
Oh man, I got to. You know what I'm saying? I got to. And I'm willing to demonstrate. That's the difference.
You are.
I've been calling myself the best for a while now, you know what I mean? And that's not to say that's how everybody should feel about whatever it is they do. That's the first step.
Right.
You did what I'm saying? But
you gotta believe it.
But that second step is being able to if that's tested, you know what I'm saying, be able to follow through with it. I love to, you know what I mean? I love to. And I love to go up against some iron and be sharpened or to be showed, hey, you ain't sharp enough. You know what I mean? Get right. I'd love to. You know what I mean? I find no discomfort in it, huh?
Who would you like to jump on a feature with? That you haven't been on one with?
That I haven't been on one with? Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar, Drake, the best. Anybody who considers themselves the best, I'd love to, bro. That's what I'm all about. You know what I mean? That's what I'm all about. And I'm gonna do something. You gonna do, you know, they know when a nigga got it like that too. See, that's the thing. Like they know.
Little Yachi.
Lil Yachty.
He said that your verse on Jail was better than Ho's.
It was. You heard both of them?
I don't want to get involved.
Come on,
because I try to get.
You a straight shooter.
I'm trying to get Hov on here. I'm trying to get Hov.
You a straight shooter.
I'm gonna answer that once I get him on here.
You just said. I just saw you. You just got on Brian because he said if he didn't go to Miami.
You heard that?
So you gonna let Jay-Z slide. Jay-Z, real talk, bro. Jay-Z.
You know what?
Look, I ain't got nothing but respect for you.
Check this out.
Was your verse better than mine?
You know what?
Was your verse better than mine? Come on, OG. Come on, OG.
I mean,
it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm yeah. It wasn't, OG, and it is. That's okay. We ain't do it at the same time.
But let me ask you
what I'm saying. It ain't like it ain't like you had the ability to be able to say, okay, now hold on, let me do it over. Yeah, we did it at two different times, but definitely.
So, but do you know? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, you jump on a feature with somebody, and they got two other guys, three other people on that thing. You don't know when they're gonna do theirs.
It didn't happen to me before. You get what I'm saying? Like I didn't like to where somebody send me a song. I'm just thinking, okay, boom, they just sending me this song, you know. And in every situation, it ain't competition. The end goal is to make the best song possible. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, your end goal is to make the best song possible. But you know, when you got the opportunity to compete with people whose skill set you didn't looked up to, you know what I mean, for decades or whatever, or what have you. If you know you in the room with the best, you know you got to come with your best.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's also a thing too. But we wasn't in the room. He had no knowledge of me. His version of the song was already out or whatever. And you know, to my defense, I didn't listen to his version of the song and then go do my verse. Like Kanye just said, this one right here. You know what I'm saying? And then, he really gave me a couple of them to do. I recorded that in the middle of a warehouse on a cart. He had a studio set up on a cart. But definitely, and like that, recorded in probably like 10 minutes. Didn't write a word. You know what I'm saying?
And it was just like that.
Yeah, for sure. But I definitely feel like my verse better.
But when you jump on a feature, are you trying to go hard? Are you trying, because this
certain songs for sure. Yeah, that competitiveness kick in for sure. I got a song with J. Cole, because there was another person I would have mentioned. He would have been at the top of that list. I want to do, and I was going to mention that, I want to do more work with J. Cole. Hell yeah, especially with us both being from North Carolina, like I'd love to. Whatever, hopefully, you know, this right here sparks the conversation and we can move towards that. But and it's a lot of people, like one of their favorite verses for me, people come up to me and tell me all the time, I'm running into people in traffic, Under the Sun, you know what I mean? They got me, J. Cole on it, another dude from Charlotte named Luke West, but a lot of people, you know, they dig that verse. Now, when Cole sent me that, and they like, okay, yeah, Cole wants you on the song. Yeah, you know, I'm coming with. Okay, now I'm coming like this on this song. I know how I'm coming on this song. You get what I'm saying? Because I know who I'm. Hey, look, I know who I'm getting in bed with. You get what I'm saying? Right. I gotta, you know. So I gotta come ready to play.
Somebody say
certain songs I don't want to do people like that. Right. Like, so if I'm on a song with a certain type of artist and it's, you know, they style ain't really, because I like to think of myself without being in here sounding like I'm tooting my own horn, but I'm very aware that I'm versatile. Right. You get what I'm saying? I could dumb it down and make everybody, I can make the ghetto women put their hands on their knees, make the ghetto women put their hand, or I can get on Lauryn Hill beat, you get what I'm saying? Right. And make the aunties say, boy, don't play with that boy. Like he, you know what I mean? He like that. So, you know, it's kind of like I got that going on, but I don't I don't utilize that. Like I take advantage of that. I don't take advantage of that. Taking advantage of it to be getting on the song where that ain't cause for and going outside of the vibe that's already set with
Right.
you coming to get a feature from me, going outside the vibe and the groundwork that's already set, getting off topic, off, you know what I mean? I want it to be cohesive in a
Right.
piece of work, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to sound like I came in here to compete with somebody who is a fan of me to be able to ask me to, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
come take part in what they got going on.
Right.
Nah, they coming to do that because they take a liking to me or some
Right.
sort of. You feel like I'm trying to take your head off, you ain't finna come.
You ain't coming back.
Right. You ain't, come on now. If you call me to come play football, I ain't gonna think you trying to come run me over. You get what, and if we get out there and that's what you do, nah, bro, this ain't what I came for. You know what I'm saying? This ain't what I came for, you know? So it ain't, if we go out there right now, throw a football around, you ain't finna say, nah, line up in front of me. Now, I ain't playing with you. You ain't gonna do me like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's that type of thing, man. You gonna keep it within the space where we can have the best performance cohesively.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't do that. Like certain times I scale back when I know I can take over the whole song. Like I'm not about to play like that. Like that ain't what I'm in it for. You know what I mean? But other times when it's artists that love that, like that competitiveness and that,
Right.
and, you know,
Yeah.
and what they bring to the table, it commands that. Then yeah, I'm gonna rise to the occasion every time.
Like Khaled's song God Did. He got Ross, he
Right.
got Reezy, he's got Hov.
Right.
So I got, okay, baby, I got this feature.
Right.
And let me tell you I'm gonna tell you who's on it right now.
I'm coming.
I got
I would have walked a mile and a half.
Ross, Weezy, Hov, Drake, Cole.
Dad had to tell me, boy, the song over. Stop rapping. The beat would have went out. I'd have still been going. I'm gonna make them say when this go off, boy, that boy. Yeah, I'm
He
gonna
ain't
make
play
them
with
say
it.
it. I'm gonna make them say that. I'm gonna make them say, damn, he just as raw. You know what I'm saying? He just as raw, if not more, than the company that he's in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? As a man, as a person, as an artist, that's what you're supposed to do.
Since you've been in the game for a minute now, what's one of your best purchases and one of your worst purchases?
Best purchases, my best purchases, I had to say the 10-acre estate that I own, that I bought flat out, which is worth way more now. Worst purchases, I got a lot of them. I got a lot, and I won't even call my home that I own my best purchase. I'll call that my best purchase just because it's tangible. It's something I can immediately get to my kids right now. You get what I'm saying? And let them decide to do what they want to do with it, what have you. But I think the best way I spent my money was investing in myself, reinvesting. That's something I've been doing from the get-go. You know what I mean? That's where majority of my bread the bread I done spent, I spent it right back in just reinvesting in myself,
Right.
and and exploring different areas, you know what I'm saying, and different fields that I feel like I got the ability to operate in. But worst purchase gotta be it might be investing in others. It might be hand in hand. That might not be that complex of a question at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Investing in others, but I wouldn't even call that, you know what I mean?
A bad investment
because, that's who I am as a person.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just who I am as a person. I don't think I could ever change that. As much as it bite me in the ass, right. I don't think that's something I can get away from and still feel fulfilled. You know what I mean? As a person.
Did you really own a private jet?
No, I had that on my. At the end of whatever year all the drama to 2021, I was definitely finna give me a private jet. I already had $30 million on the schedule. Not to mention about the 100 that would have came around. I was definitely buying me one. I would buy me one. I be seeing you and Ocho go back and forth. That's my dog too. I rock with Ocho. I let him about me. That's every time I run into him. He really liked that too. Now yeah. I done ran into him at the mirror store. Like, what's going on? He and shit. I done had this outfit on 2-3 days. I'm finna buy another one. I done had this on since Thursday. I'm like, bro, quit playing. I'm serious. But nah. I definitely had plans on doing that. Still do. I'm like you, man. I work hard now.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to take my shoes off, take my laptop out the bag.
I don't mind that, but I don't, I'm practical. But what I tell Ocho, I'm doing all this hard work and I get the least enjoyment out of it.
You see what I'm saying? We got to balance it out.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line.
Yeah. Somewhere
along the line, it got to be balanced out.
I read that you took your grill out because you wanted to be more commercial.
Not even want to be more commercial, just got tired of it. And I done always had a pretty smile.
You grew out of it, huh?
Yeah, I was just over that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was over that. That too, though. But that was definitely one of the things, like where I was able to take it, where I was blessed enough to be able to take it to within the first 12 months of my mainstream career. Yeah, definitely. It was time to, you know, yeah. I ain't trying to scare you off when I smile. I want you to be like, damn.
Man, I'm looking your North Carolina State. You got a football field, basketball court, swimming pools, guard towers, concrete walls.
Yes, sir.
Your neighbors complain.
Yes, sir. They want.
What they complaining about?
This young man here doing it bigger than them. Like, what's going on? Who is that? Who is that? Why we can't come over? No, that's why. That's why. You know what I mean? It's for me, my kids, my people. This ain't, you know, it's all good. I came out here for peace.
Right.
I wouldn't even came out here. You know what I mean? If I wanted to be in the mix, have people in my business, I would have gotten the mix. That's easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I came to get away from the mix, but they definitely wanted me out of there.
Oh, you on Lake Norman? Wait.
They just left me alone.
They just left you alone?
They just left me alone. Just left me alone.
What made you decide to stay in your hometown?
My kids. It's the only if I wasn't the type of the father that refused to, you get what I'm saying, up and leaving my, I'd have been gone. I left before I popped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And came back. You know what I'm saying? I left it and took me, my baby mama, my daughter, we came to LA. We came out here before I popped, maybe in 2017, moved out here cold turkey. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I've been trying to get on from there.
And
they don't welcome success where I'm from.
But
like, that was one of the points I touched on in the beginning. Like,
right.
They don't, you know, it ain't, you can't be a black man and be successful. That's too foreign to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't trying to make it become, you know, domestic. They don't want to get used to that. You see what I'm saying? They don't. I don't, you know, that ain't something I could put a finger on, you know, as to why it's like that, but that's what it is where I'm from.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, it's like, and we see so many people from their hometown, and you would think everybody's like, man, he from our hometown, he doing it big. But it seems like they hate even more.
Yeah, especially where I'm from. That's just how it go. You know what I mean?
You see what happened to I forget the target on my head in Memphis.
Yeah, don't put a target on your back.
But why?
Look, you know you in a position that there's so many people that they seeking. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. That's something. That's a whole thing, man.
You have to move differently in the city.
I always said I had to before. You know what I mean? I popped as an artist. So and that's kind of like how I navigate through this. That's why a lot of the things like that I've been able to navigate through, that I done had to navigate through since I done been in the mainstream music business. It's like cake to me, bro, because it's, you know, this is what I'm from. Like where I'm from, everybody hating on you. So when it was that time where everybody loved me, everybody loved DaBaby, I ain't trust it. I'm looking like, man, yeah, right. I had a straight face. You get what I'm saying? I still, you know how to network, know how to move around, whatever. But it's like, you know, when things did take a turn and everybody jumped ship, that's why I didn't respond. That's why I didn't panic. That's why I didn't.
Because you didn't trust when it was all good.
It was. I knew that was due to happen. You get what at some particular point, for whatever reason, you get what I'm saying.
Right.
I knew, you know what I mean, that was due to happen. I'm so used to that. What I was having trouble with growing used to was the love, you know what I'm saying, and the, you know, and just the admiration. But it's like that in Charlotte. Like I can go, you know, across the country, put 10,000 people in this arena. For a Charlotte artist, you beat and put 10,000 people in the arena. Somewhere else, you come to Charlotte just because you from Charlotte. Boy, you be lucky you get 1,000. That's a Charlotte way of thinking. Yeah, that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? And that's all the way around the board. That's from the people to the police to everybody, you know? Like once they learn, I signed a major deal, they pulling us over dressed like us. Blue jeans on, everywhere we go, pulling us over, searching the whole car. They were trying to build a case. The second they realized, you know what I'm saying, I had, you know, went into another bracket financially, you know what I'm saying, along with just already being a black man from Charlotte. I guess they felt like that was a dangerous combination, and or they like get it away from over here, go somewhere else, move to LA, move to Atlanta.
But you moved to LA and you got arrested on Rodeo.
That's one thing I love about it, man. I ain't moved to LA when I got arrested on Rodeo, man.
You just have to.
I was in a car with a nigga. He was supposed to. That was his gun. You ain't take your charge for your gun, man. A long time partner of mine too. He dead ass wrong, man. That was his.
He made you eat it. You had to eat the charge.
He didn't say nothing. And he know how this goes. So when you don't say nothing, they gonna charge everybody with it. But not when you got a rapper in the car. Oh nah, that's his.
That's his.
You get what I'm saying?
So he's supposed. Hold on. Your partner.
he gonna make me get back mad about it.
Yeah, yo, hold up. Hold up, baby.
I forgave and moved on. It got dismissed. He got dismissed.
He got to eat that one.
You see what I'm saying? For sure. You get what I'm just off the strength of it being. I mean, we done been pulled over several times in the streets before. I had the Grammys 2 weeks after that.
All the bottles
I was
did
nominated 4 times in the Grammys 2 weeks after that incident. You get what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, bro.
All the bottles that won't pop because of you. All the the things that come along with being with DaBaby. And he ain't eat that one.
Man, look, I tell you what, man. Le Portier?
Yeah,
Le Portier, man. Keep you some of this, man, just in case you need to take a shot like I do right now. You know, but you live and you learn, man. You know
are you still cool? Are you cool with it? Or you don't let that go? You like, nah, bro, we can't.
For a while, I couldn't even stomach.
You couldn't even stomach
being in the room with my boy, man, for a while. But I done forgave. Since then, I done forgave him. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And but I just move accordingly. I just move.
You move differently though.
I ain't even finna
you
be
look
in
at
the
him
car
different.
With no nigga. I ain't even finna be in a car with nobody that if I, I ain't even
But the forgiveness wasn't for him; it was for you.
It was for me. It was definitely for me, man. I love his daughter. That's my niece, bro.
Right.
His mama. That's my baby.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's my baby. They know this. It hurt them too.
Right.
You get what I'm, because they know.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like they know this. You feel me? They know if I'm with me even being who I was, if the gun was mine, I wouldn't have went out like that.
Right.
I would have. That's mine. You get what I'm saying? It's legal. You're allowed to have it, first of all.
Right.
So it ain't just to give people context. We ain't riding around. It wasn't no gun with no body on. You can have it. So it's like, what you doing? Like,
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like, that's yours to take your lick.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing.
Yes.
That's what we've been doing way before we got here. So it was so left field. And I'm just like, damn, but I feel like it was a lesson that I needed to learn. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, at the end of the day. Lesson I needed to learn.
You talked about your mom when you grew up. You had a bench, you had a speed bag, you had a heavy bag. So obviously you're good with your hands. And you say, I got beat down today. My brothers got me. But outside the house, I ain't taking. How do you move differently? Because people want to try you.
Yeah.
So how do you move? How do you move accordingly to make sure DaBaby ain't in a situation that could end like? And we know some of the things that have happened in your past to end like that again.
On a day-to-day basis, like I didn't have to, and we didn't touch on a lot of points that shaped the way I move on a day-to-day basis, including the city that I'm from. I've been had to move. On the basis of staying out the way and survival, from day one, before I ever even got in front of a microphone, from in the streets to, translating over into, doing music and being a rapper. So I'm accustomed to it. Now for the trouble that you just can't seem to avoid, that seem to come knocking on your doorstep, I just happen to be ready for it. That's all, but I'm not no bully. I'm not fight battles I feel like I know I can win, I don't even partake in them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I don't get down, and I don't respect that. I don't respect bullies. I don't respect, I don't pick my battles. I ain't gonna respond like this to this dude, but not respond like this to this one. That ain't how I rock, But I mind my business, bro, and I move with grace on a daily basis. Like I don't bother nobody, I be cooling,
right.
So the contrary to popular belief, like, just overall, I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't start no trouble nowhere. You know what I mean? I'll avoid it and try to defuse it before I be the vessel of it. Like that ain't really how I get down anyways. Just as a person, that ain't how I get down. I give respect first.
Right.
You did what I'm saying? In all situations, I give respect. I lead with what I demand. You get what I'm saying? And then that way, it is what it is. If it go any other way, that's something somebody else is adamant on taking place. You get what I'm saying? It gotta be that.
Right.
It never go anywhere with me. That's why you see like a lot of instances that occur with me. Yeah, it'll make headlines, it'll do this, it'll do that because I am who I am. But if people do they due diligence on the situation, charge dismissed, or nothing happens, or it didn't work for the other end. You get what I'm saying? Because it wasn't done righteously. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Me, I move righteously on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? I move righteously. I get my hustle on. I pour into my creativity and effort to pour it into the world. I take care of my kids, my people.
Right.
You know, and I, I stick and move. I move smooth. I know how to move.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So where are you? What's up with these rappers beef? I think you know what the rap. Why we got rap beef? You told me early in the interview that there's enough money for everybody.
Yeah, all that beef, deriving around ego. Not for any rap beef where somebody done actually been hurt or something. Okay, that's a different thing. You know what I mean? Like, that boils down to, loyalty or this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever. But other than that, it really just be ego, man. It be ego, and a lot of people that's embedded in them, they can't shake it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never really been one to partake in no rap beef. Like I'm not trying to play like that.
Right.
Because it ain't rap, it's
right.
I ain't trying to play like that.
Right.
It's one or two types of people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of them. I am not trying to go back and forth with you on these songs and we get in this room and then you act like we don't got this going on. Nah. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even participate in it. You know what I mean? And I thank God people don't try to reel me into that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You dealt with some loss in your life. Your brother,
absolutely.
Your
Absolutely.
father.
Mm-hmm.
How did that impact you? How did that because you got 3 boys. You mentioned 3 boys. So I'm assuming, and pardon me if my assumptions are off, that you were close with your brother.
Absolutely.
Because there's 3 of y'all. You say your mom working a full-time job, part-time job, and so basically y'all raising each other.
Absolutely. You get what I'm saying?
How did the loss of your dad and your brother impact you?
Man, tremendously, but at the same time, and like I said, I've been working on my documentary lately, really finishing it up. So I've been exploring these thoughts and doing a lot of self-reflection lately because a lot of these, emotions and the trauma that come along with these experiences, and I didn't experience this at the height of when my father passed. It was 2-3 weeks after I dropped my debut project, Baby on Baby, you know what I'm saying? And my first day of tour, that's when I find out he passed. I fly in to lay him to rest and fly out the same night, go right back on tour. You get what I'm saying? And go on to dedicate a album that was a number one album, Kirk, dedicated to him. But I really, and this is something I didn't just notice while self-reflecting, finishing up my documentary, but I always suppress these emotions. You get what I'm saying? I suppress these feelings and distracting myself from them, you know what I mean? And from the healing process by just putting that much more energy into my hustle. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And everything I had going on, but that's unhealthy, you know what I mean? That I end up becoming a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. You know what I mean? So you'll see a certain situation where I go from 0 to 100, that's why. Well, I'm still, you know what I mean? Would have been here about my brother or my dad, you know what I mean? Like, so it's completely unhealthy to deal with it that way, but on hindsight, I'm just not realizing that's the way I went about dealing with these things. And even furthermore, I realized I've been doing that my whole life, since a kid, you know what I mean? A 4-year-old ain't supposed to know how to suppress the way they feel in order to survive. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That ain't nothing for no kid, you know what I mean? My oldest daughter, 6, I can't imagine her suppressing the way she feel in order to, feeling like she gotta do that in order to survive. You get what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way, but when I think about it and I think about the fact that, our circumstances, our environment, everything, ultimately, like, that became something so natural to me at such an early age and stuck with me all the way to, me being a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Grown man with kids and just now, having to get parked, you know what I'm saying? Like on top of the world in terms of, okay, where I'm at and from where I'm at compared to where I came from, on top of the world, right? But God having to pull that chair from up under me and park my ass like, nah, hold on, bro. Deal with what you got to deal with. Heal, you get what I'm saying? And then move forward and then see how much further you can move forward once you done finally quit, suppressing the way, because I'm better at it than others. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always knew how to do that. I got other family members, like my brother is an example. Like, it took him overboard. You know what I'm saying? His experiences, his trauma, what have you, it took him overboard the way he took his own life. You know what I'm saying? With me, everybody ain't good at suppressing it and got that hustle to where they hustle, keep them busy enough to stay distracted from it. Like, I really still got real deal people that I'm responsible, for taking care of them. My brother had 4 kids. Like, I'm responsible. That's a responsibility of mine. You know what I mean? But who's to say that they able to suppress? And the last thing I want them to do is grow used to suppressing these emotions, knowing the possible negative outcome to that, you know what I mean, later on in life. So, it's like I gotta be there. I can't it's like I almost feel as if I don't got time to hang my head or what have you. Then I got this mission that I'm on. I was the #1 artist in the world, top streaming artist in the world, top streaming rap artist in the world when my brother committed suicide. You did what I'm saying?
Right.
So I still got, this responsibility to continue to see this through and you know what I mean, see it through and make sure it is what it is and my people get what they supposed to get from it and we all get what we supposed to get from it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, I'm the head. I'm the head of the family, you know what I mean? And it's almost like, it take real deal experiences and it take time to self-reflect and it take experiences like me, going through what I done went through over the past couple years career-wise in order to, hey, quit using this to run from what you got going on. I'm really running. I'm calling this suppressing it. One would call it strong, boy, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it, bro. You the strongest, boy. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I really ain't strong. That's really a weakness. I'm really running from it. You know what I mean? Strength is, and this is all stuff I just not came to realization about. Strength is dealing with it head on, healing from it, and moving forward from it. That's a display of strength. You get what I'm saying? The running from it,
Overcoming
suppressing
something
it.
you didn't think you could.
You did what I'm saying? The running from it, suppressing it, you ain't really overcoming it. That's still something that's there.
You running
so
from
while
it.
I'm out here, you know what I mean? It look like, boy, he's strong, he doing this, he's still holding it down, he still provided. But boy, when them cameras go off on by myself, I'm messed up out here. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't got nothing to smile for when I get along by myself. And all of that, I can say all of that and go back to the very beginning, like me, understanding and feeling like from the jump, I was a kid feeling like my purpose was to do for others and to sacrifice for others. You know what I'm saying? That's just always been me. So I guess that's what made it feel okay. But on hindsight, it ain't. You know what I mean? It ain't.
You said your brother took his own life because you felt that he wasn't loved. He felt like he wasn't loved. Did he show any signs that something might be going on in his life that you didn't know about?
Always. Since jits, like always, you know what I mean? That's really like kind of been, and to put it into perspective, like, I talk about traumatic experiences and a crazy environment in terms of upbringing and all that. And none of this is to discredit the phenomenal job my superhero of a mama did. She held it down. You get what I'm saying? Did that thing by her damn self. None of this is to discredit that, but she can't save us from everything. That's something I mentioned in that verse on that Kanye song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She too busy working to protect us from all the elements. It's still up to us as an individual to navigate through it as best as possible. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, like, it was always more. And the experiences that I remember as being traumatic and that I could look at on hindsight is shaping me to be the person that I am today. And this is the reason why I go about this. And, okay, think about the feelings I say I got to suppress as a 4-year-old, from the understanding of a 4-year-old. He was 9. You get what I'm saying? So what I had to suppress at 8, he was 13. And this some very real stuff I'm talking about. You know what I mean? My documentary gonna really show it all. It's gonna get a world a completely different understanding of who I am as a person and how resilient I done just been blessed enough to be. But like, the experiences I had and I remember as being traumatic, he understood them from a completely different perspective, a perspective that was 5 years older and more knowledgeable than what I was. Right. And who's to say what he was exposed to that I wasn't. I'm still the baby, so a lot of time, I can't be left alone with these niggas. He can.
Right.
And not only that, I'm the one out of the 3 siblings who daddy is present. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Present, even if it is from a long distance, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he present. I go with him for the summer. I got somebody putting something on my mind. He got our drunk crackhead uncles, the ones he got to look up to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This and that. So, our uncles did robs, did do this, do that. You know what I mean?
Did you think it made him feel some type of way?
Absolutely.
That you
that's
had?
A very real thing. That's a very real thing, bro. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So it get deep. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is something that's apparent in households all over the world.
Right.
You did what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's something that it should be tended to and people should pay attention to it because it's so many different factors that affect the way a person's mind develops and how they grow to love, how they grow to receive love, how they grow to identify what love is. You get what I'm saying? And what it ain't. That's a very real thing that I feel like need to be tended to. And ultimately, like, that's what this documentary we're working on and ended up being shaped into. It's like a mental health awareness piece. It's something that's just so healthy. I feel like my purpose, I feel like this gonna be my greatest contribution, you know what I mean, to the world, to this date, you know what I mean? Besides my beautiful kids, this gonna be, you know what I mean, my greatest contribution, you know what I mean, to the world, to this date. I feel like this gonna save millions of lives, not even thousands. This documentary, this film is gonna save millions of lives because these is things. It's not a household in the world that this project is not gonna be able to touch on. You know what I mean?
You mentioned when you went through what you went through. 50 Cent was there. How did he help you deal with the adversity that you were going through? Because you were at the apex of your career. You talking about 400,000, 400, woo!
Easy. All throughout the schedule.
400 bands a show?
Calendar looked like it got tattoos on it.
What? Every day
ain't a
book.
free day. You couldn't even book me for that year. This happened when? July, I would book till January. And we wasn't taking no dates after then. It's like, y'all gotta hold on. We gonna be getting $1 million a show by that time. We ain't fooling with y'all. I'll call us in January. It was like that. But most importantly, man, the most important thing being he wasn't ashamed of wrapping his arm around me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And not only that, like I feel like what hit home the most was him being a person who done had controversial experiences throughout his career, and being able, he's a person that was able to navigate through them.
Yes.
And get on the other end of it. Them 3 factors alone was enough for a person like me. I only need one of them 3 factors. You know what I'm saying? I'm forever indebted to anybody to do for me in any way, big or small. That's how I rock. You know what I'm saying? But nah, he a real solid dude, man. Really put his arm around me, really put any opportunity in front of me that he could put in front of me, and didn't care about how it affected him. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that I didn't help, that I done been a major part of what they got going on. But because what I got going on right now could potentially affect what they got going on. Right. I didn't.
They pick up the phone and call you, but they ain't doing it publicly.
I done went from a liability, from an asset, from the biggest asset they done never had, to a liability. Yeah, I see completely different people. You get what I'm saying? That was never the case with him. And he stood nothing to gain. He stood nothing to gain. A lot of these is people that gain from me directly. You get, or have already gained from me. He stood nothing to gain. You know what I mean? The entire time, even to this day.
You going through what you're going through, Kanye West bought you out.
Him too. That's another one too.
Lost 30 million. Just like that.
Quick.
Kanye lost $1 billion. When you have conversation, what's those conversations like? Because you went through what you went through. He's going through what he went through.
Yeah.
So what's the conversation like? Damn, man.
What up. With 50, like how I lead up the conversation. Of course, with 50 is more the conversations. They was more strategic, more controlled. You know what I mean? I done did this before. My boy Kanye, it's war with him. My boy ready for war. He don't get it. My boy Kanye, that's really him now. Right. He ain't putting on that ain't no facade. That's really him. With him, it was more so like, like he fed up with this, with the way it go. You know what I mean? Like he. It got him mad the way they doing. Right. You get what I'm saying? Same thing with 50, that too, but with Kanye, it's more like respond to it like this. With 50, it's more like, it's more like this like this like that. It's like, you know what I mean? Then you be good. You know what I'm saying? With Kanye, it's more like, nah, you be. You know what I'm saying?
He like war. He like,
and both of them my language, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of like the hybrid between both of them.
Right.
Both of them different methods, you know what I'm saying? But definitely that's the difference in the conversation between the two.
When you signed the Roc Nation to a distribution deal, what was that experience like? So when you go into a deal, I mean, are you like, okay, I eventually I'm gonna want to do my own thing. And I'm gonna, so I need to like pay very, very close attention to every single thing that they do.
That's something that ain't even had light shade on it. A lot of people don't know that I was signed to Roc Nation on a distribution deal early on. This is before. This is like, 2017, 2018, first half of 2018. But really, it was more so like, I didn't even really have a strategy I definitely had a strategy in terms of how I wanted to market myself as an artist, where I wanted to go. But it was still just a distribution deal. You get what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, and that's on hindsight, like this the way, labels work right now. It ain't their job to turn you into, to make people love you. Nah, it's once you do got enough people that love you, it's their job to, you know what I'm saying, put you in the right places and just exemplify. It's their job to pour gas on the fire. You get what I'm saying? They ain't really see that lighter sparking, you know what I'm saying, and knew that they ain't really see the little candle lit, and they ain't knock the candle over and let it, you know what I mean, ignite a wildfire. They ain't really let it do that, you know what I'm saying. That's all it was. And then the terms of the deal had ended. You get what I'm saying? The time period of the deal, it had ended, and then that's when I dropped blank, and then it was a bidding war. It was instantly a bidding war for me.
Right. Did you see where Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, introduced her salon son to your song, Shake Something?
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. You know what I mean? I ain't know how true it was or not, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know, if it come from in-house, you know, it's validated, but that's dope. It don't surprise me. I actually met Beyonce before. That was one of the people be like, who you met? You know what I'm saying? That like it threw you out, like it took you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce, she I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put them out, but he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others. You know,
right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope. That was super dope.
What's some of the best cities that you toured in? You've been all over the world.
Best cities I toured in.
And do you like touring?
The best cities I like touring in. Oh man, I done been a lot of places. Who energy do I just love as a city altogether? Dallas is a market that's like, you know what I mean? Dallas is different, man. I always love Dallas, and I gotta say Dallas. I gotta start with them because just early on, Dallas one of the markets that like they all about having a good time. You an artist that know how to, you know what I mean, have a good time, this and that. Like Dallas gonna take a liking to you early, and when they love you, they love you. They don't care about no Dallas. It's a world of its own. I love Dallas. Oh man, I got a lot of strong markets, man. I got a lot of strong markets.
You like going overseas?
I love overseas. I was trying to keep it domestic. Overseas for sure. Anything overseas, they go crazy. They don't even speak your language. They can't. But say, how are you doing? But no, every word. Every word of the song, man. That always tripped me out, man. I go overseas, they be waiting in the airport 20, 30 deep down there, chasing us to the car. You get what I'm saying? And it's all good energy. It's all good. They treat me like Michael Jordan over there.
Bro, I'm looking at your 2019 XXL freshman class. You, Gunna, Meg, Corday, Roddy Ricch, Blueface, YK.
Good company.
Bro. Y'all got A.
Yeah, we was something. We were put together.
I know you've been paying attention because it's right next to you. Atlanta is a hop, skip, and a jump from Charlotte.
3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Right, and you see what's going on. They said now we can use the lyrics that you rap about against you. Does that take away some of the creativity? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, me personally, I ain't rapping about too many real life experiences. I ain't rapping about no real life experiences that ain't handled and
that's open.
Not me, so I
ain't. That's open.
I ain't got that problem. I ain't worried about that. I think about it all the time. I get to say, I'll take it right out, delete that. Delete that running back. Ain't no way. Like, I know what I can and can't. You know, I operate on that level, and I'm pretty sure other artists do too. I'm pretty sure a lot of the lyrics that they probably do plan on using, you know, they won't be able to hold up, man. Thug's smarter than that. You know, Thug, that's a smart man. You know what I'm saying? A real good dude too, man. I hope to see him come out on the good end of that for sure. But definitely though, that ain't no problem I might ever have because I ain't even finna be playing like that. Now I got some lyrics you could probably definitely use to paint a negative picture. So, and I think it give them the ability to do that. But at the same time, you know, it's also taking away their constitutional rights at the same time. So it make a person ask, you know, what kind of game we playing, you know? Right. What kind of game we playing?
I saw a tweet that said you had a 1-point GPA. You said cap.
That's the biggest lie ever. If I call my mom about that, she'll break her phone. I ain't never had an F in my life. You gotta have an F to get a 1 point. I ain't never had a D. Right. Never had a D.
But you went to college? Yeah. So why you
3 years? I ain't get no D up. I ain't never had no 1 point.
Man, you so close to graduate. What happened?
That wasn't for me, man.
After 3 years, it wasn't for you. It's normally after a quarter semester, not 3 years,
money, man. And then, you know, and like I say, I asked questions. Like I was still undecided too. I told you I ain't want to be nothing. Wasn't none of it special enough. I knew I was special. I'm like, nah, I ain't really not. I went to school Cause that's what my mom wanted me to do.
Correct.
I did it to make to make my parents proud for sure. That's what that was, and cause it's easy. Like I said, like I touched on it quickly earlier, but I always excelled in school. Like school was always easy to me. Like school was always easy to me. Always. Like that ain't really about nothing. Like the English class, if it's a 10-page paper, people been working on this paper the whole quarter, the whole semester. I'm doing it the night before. I'm not even thinking about it till the night before. And I'm going, I done did that night before and got 100 on a paper before. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't, the academics, that ain't never really been something I didn't ever even felt like it was cool to play around with. It's too easy.
Right.
It's too easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go and get this over with. You know what I'm saying?
Were you a partier in school?
Was I what?
A partier.
A partier in what, college?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I already knew how to have some fun. I know how to have some fun in college. For
And
sure.
you ain't never been around that many things before ever.
You see what I'm saying? I stayed on campus first year. I was in the good dorm. My dorm had both.
Oh, you had a co-ed.
Co-ed, that's what it's called. Co-ed, the nice one. Well, I had that on lock. I can't even lie to you. I had my way, I'm talking
Man, they done put the fox in the hen house.
Best friends, they whole life, they done fell out. I feel bad about a couple sisters. I'm like, damn. Man, y'all mamas know each other. They done such y'all out.
You do, come on,
I ain't
baby.
got nothing to do with that.
You did it.
One of them gunning. Nah, they back going.
Hold up. What you mean?
If Sally want to backdoor Susie.
What you mean? What you mean?
And I'm the doorknob. I guess it's your turn. You feel me? It is what it is. I ain't got, look, I'm up here on this an island to me. This ain't, and I went to a real university, bro. Like I went to UNCG. That ain't even like North Carolina A&T.
Right.
You know what I mean? One of the most. The problem is not even one of the most. That's the one HBCU in North Carolina.
Yes.
It's right up the street.
Yeah.
I went this route. You know what I'm saying? And that go to show you, like I always excelled academic. You can't even you can't just go to UNCG.
Right.
It don't work like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, so I'm walking through camp. I'm the only one look like me. Kids reading, they in the trees, laying down, reading books. I'm like, boy, what the hell going on? What's going on up here? It ain't really nobody like me here. So I was up there, man. I ain't had too much to do. So, I ended up getting done.
Public relations. Would you ever date publicly again?
Hell no.
Why?
For what? For what?
People be in your business?
But this the thing though. Like with me, I wouldn't. But at the same time, it's almost like I don't even think I got the luxury to decide whether or not now will I ever take it upon myself to put my business out there or allow myself or be okay with somebody else. You know what I mean? Going about our situation as if it's a public. Nah, I'm cool on that. Been there, done that. That ain't about nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that ain't about nothing. That ain't for no relationship. That's called public relations.
Right.
You in relations with the public, not the person. So you feel me? It's too much.
I like that.
Too many factors to go along with that, but I'm cool.
You once said that you wanted to retire in 2025. You still cool on that date?
I used to say I wanted to retire at age 30, and that's crazy. That's when I got canceled.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm stopping at 30. I used to always say that, like I'm stopping at 30. I used to say get rich or die trying by 25. I turned 25. I wasn't dead. Thank you, God. I wasn't dead, and I wasn't rich yet either.
Right.
I got rich about 27, and and I was able to accomplish so much within like the first year and a half of my career. Even though before that, the groundwork I laid, it took several years. Like a lot of people think, I hear some people speak on it and ask me questions, and it's like, oh, you think I'm one of them popped up out of nowhere?
Right.
But I was walking around giving out CDs, like. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I took my money from the streets and went bought posters and CDs and flyers. Like I really brought myself, down to the ground level. I really put my feet to the streets and really got out here and earned mine. You know what I'm saying? But that just further prepared me and just built the foundation strong enough for me to be able to hit the ground running when I did cross over in the mainstream music business. You know what I mean?
What's next with DaBaby?
This documentary is groundbreaking. This documentary.
So the documentary's in front of albums right now.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The next album gonna come with the documentary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like right on, yeah. And I'm trying not to say too much. It's gonna be docuseries. And we're gonna put that out there. And the album will come with that. The album will come with that season finale. With that finale for the docuseries, the album gonna come with that last one.
I'm gonna get you out of here on this. If you could go back and do any part of your career over again, what would it be? What would you change?
Nothing. I wouldn't change. That's a lie.
You wouldn't take them 2 minutes back on that stage?
I would have told Rolling Loud, hey, I missed my flight. We finna send y'all the money back. I missed my flight. Boy, I swear, boy, look, you know I love y'all, bro. Hey, what's my boy name? What's my boy's name, man? From Rolling Loud, man. What's their name, bro? Tariq, is it Tariq? Tyrick, that's how you pronounce it. Hey, look, Tyrick, bro. Hey, look, boy. The plane broke down, bro. They say it's maintenance. They say it's maintenance, bro. I can't make it. You know what I mean? I do that differently. Other than that, though, man, you know, you live and you learn, man. How
different would your life be if that moment hadn't happened? About 50, 60 million?
Under.
100?
For sure. That happened 2 years ago. Man, we got to go up.
What?
I promise you, but it's all good because, you know, on hindsight, like a lot of the points I was touching on earlier, like the way that parked me, right, and kept me from taking off running and utilizing my hustle to just distract myself and keep my mind and keep my spirit and my body occupied, right? Who's to say like where I would be, you know what I mean, mentally and spiritually, you know what I'm saying, had I not, you know, been forced to sit my ass down and self-reflect, because I still didn't sit down even, you know what I mean, when it took place. I'm fighting it. Hell nah, that ain't what it is. I'm telling y'all, I'm fighting it. It took for that to knock God like, yeah, because I'm a good fighter. Yeah, you a good fighter, It looked like you was about to get up out of that, sit your ass down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it take for that, for me to, you know, really get to a point to where, okay, I'm comfortable within my situation and with the results that I got. And now let me explore, okay, what took place to get me here. Okay, now let me explore, okay, what shaped me to be the type of person that I am, to even put me into this situation and cause me to, you know, go about the situation I went about it. And you know, it got me, like as of lately, since I've been doing way more writing and self-reflecting, working on what I'm working on, I'm so fulfilled as a person. I got such a better understanding on who I am as a person and how my upbringing and different factors and elements of my life on the way up shaped me to be this person. You get what I'm saying? And I got the knowledge of, okay, how to do better with these situations and do better with you know, these emotions and traumatic experiences or what have you, pain, trauma, whatever, how to do better with it and move forward in a much healthier and better manner. You know what I mean? Because I ain't tripping. I had a conversation with somebody I was talking to earlier today, and I'm like, really, bro, I'm really in the space to where, like, because even when I was getting what I was getting, the show, had what I had in the bank, this and that, I wasn't happy as a person. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, right now, like, I'm not tripping. Like, I'm okay with not making another dollar for the rest of this year. That's a lie. No, I'm not. but it's like this. Like, if I'm okay with doing that to finish seeing this project through to the finish line, because that's way more fulfilling and healthy for me as a person and for millions of people around the world, and before the millions of people, the people directly affected by the same shit that I'm packaging within this story, my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that needs to be laid out for them. My story got to be told the correct way in order for people to even begin, before they can begin to bob their head to another song and fall in love with me as an artist or as a person, period. They need to really understand, okay, who is this guy? You get what I'm saying? And what made him this way? Okay, and how can some of the things he's been able to experience, how can we learn from his mistakes? You know what I'm saying? And just move forward in a healthier way. That's what I got going on right now. So I don't regret anything, man, that I done been through. And it feels so good to really be able to say that and mean it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I done probably said that before, but I ain't really meaning it. It's like, boy, I wish I had my 200 million. Y'all robbed me. You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that. I really feel like I really feel like that's a blessing in disguise at this point in my life. I just came to that realization over like the past 2 weeks. I really feel like I needed that season that I done had to endure. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I needed that, and that's what's gonna make me, you know, be way more happy of a person, way more, you know, that make me that much more of a man for the remainder of my life, because I'm gonna live longer than I done already lived. You see what I'm saying? That's just, you know, that's just that. Right. That's minuscule compared to the things I have been able to deal with, you know what I'm saying? And some of the things that I'm gonna have to deal with in the future. But guess what I'm moving forward with the knowledge and the wisdom to know how to navigate through it the correct way, as opposed to suppressing and you know, and sweeping, you know, how I'm feeling and how it's affecting me, because ultimately, sweeping it under the rug, because ultimately that's gonna affect what I put out into the world. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people sitting there waiting for what I got to put out. You know what I mean? And it's my duty to do right by that. You know what I'm saying? That's way more fulfilling than any amount of money. I ain't tripping. I didn't have more money than I knew what to do with.
Right.
Literally, like I've had it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? The most fulfilling purchases I had, I really couldn't even, I sat here and thought about, I done had 17 cars. I ain't mentioned no car. What I said was my best purchase was reinvesting in myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what I feel like is the best thing I done spent my money on. So that just goes to say, like, those were the times I was most fulfilled, when I was just, you know, living within my purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's when I'm most fulfilled. That's where I find the most joy and comfort at, man. And that's what helped me look in the mirror and say, boy, you that nigga when I look in the mirror. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what it's about with me. So I wouldn't do nothing different except for say his maintenance issues on his plane. I can't make it to my nah, for sure. But other than that, man, it's all good, man. I love the space I'm in. Not as an artist or career-wise, too, is much bigger than I love the space I'm in as a person, and I'm seeing it attract everything I've been fighting to get, you know what I mean? Fighting to get back to, and I'm seeing it attracted, you know what I mean? And I'm tenfold, it's attracting it tenfold. It's everything coming at me right on time, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
In a way that I can navigate through it the way this best for me, you know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest blessing of all right now, you know what I mean?
Continued success.
I appreciate
all the
you.
best in end of 23 and end of 24, bro.
I appreciate
the
you.
time.
You know it.
Appreciate it. DaBaby.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.